It's Monday. Another action-packed sports weekend. And you're home for the cover of it all. The Flex Zone Podcast. Get you through another Monday. Starting your work week off and ending your sports weekend. Episode 465 all the way live. If you're in the chat right now, make sure you leave us a like. Hit that thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell. Ravens and Steelers this week. Commanders travel to Philly. There's a big fight coming up on Friday, live on Netflix. And the NBA Cup for the second season commences in less than 24 hours. It's the Flex Zone Podcast, episode 465. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell. Vote on the poll. Let us know your thoughts. And let's knock out the competition. Episode 465 coming to you right after this. Knocking out the competition harder than Mike Tyson and Jake Paul, who will be coming to blows on Friday night. It's the Flex Zone Podcast. Only place, fellas, give me sports how you want it.
When you need it.
Episode 465 all the way live on your Monday night, starting your work week off the only way, the best way with the Flex Zone Podcast, the head of the sports podcast table. Throw your ones up, acknowledge us. Another jam-packed episode. A lot of content already on the channel. Most of it we talked about. We were live on Thursday in the Friday morning Ravens postgame. Live immediately after the Commanders and Steelers yesterday. Got the postgame for that. We'll be live again possibly tomorrow for preview and Thursday after the game with the Eagles. But we'll recap all of that. Look ahead to Ravens Steelers. Look ahead to Eagles and Commanders. And we got a big fight, which we'll lead off with, as well as the NBA Cup, bringing some excitement to early regular season action. But God's favorite host back again for another week. Back with you all here on the Flex Zone. Appreciate you tuning in. You could be anywhere in the world. We appreciate you watching us here on the late night edition of the Flex Zone Podcast. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell. Enough about me. Let's get to the man himself, the social media producer, the one and only man who's excited for Ravens and Steelers, the one and only Big Rob.
No bread, no water, just meat.
Finish him, Daddy.
That's one big son of a bitch!
Yes. Steelers week coming up. Very excited for it, as you can see in my face. But Steelers week.
That's it. That's all you got?
That's it. That's all I got.
Snacks, brother. He was a little down yesterday, but I helped him through it as only we can here on the Flex Zone Podcast. But he is ready for another week because he doesn't have time to soak on a loss. It's the co-producer, the voice of reason, the Commandalorian. It is the one and only Cravante. Baby, and you know we got to play a song.
Those haters can't stand us. Left hand up. Commanders. We fight for RDC. Who are we? The Commanders.
Well, now that's goofy. Stupid. Just stupid. Jam. Oh, jam.
Come on now, say it with me. Everybody beats the Wiz.
Sorry.
Why? What was that for?
Well, the NBA Cup. The NBA Cup. We're just preparing you for what's going to happen in the Cup, okay?
They lost a lot, pretty much.
Well, that's
oh my gosh, man, we here, man. Had a rough day yesterday, man. Crazy day in crazy Sunday in sports. Looks like the Dolphins might pull it out. I kind of turned the game off after they kicked the field goal. Can't believe it's week 11. Gosh. But like you said, big week. Don't got time to sulk on a loss. Got the big bad Philly Eagles on Thursday. So let's get it going.
We will be here to talk about it. So thank you everybody who did watch yesterday with the Commanders post-game show. A lot of love, loving all the energy. We keep that going with my brother Cavante. Excited to see how the season plays out. And of course, with the Ravens as well. A lot going on this week, not only in the NFL, which we will get to as always. Let's start with a little boxing, the fight game. We love the pugilism here on the Flex Zone podcast. And we love a good boxing match. And anytime you bring out Mike Tyson and a social media megastar, whether you like him or not, Jake Paul, they're going to come to blows on Friday night. So Friday night, remember this fight was rescheduled from a previous date. It was, I think Mike Tyson has some medical issues. I'm trying to get all the information. It is this Friday. It will be streaming on Netflix. The full event does start at 8 p.m. So this will be Netflix first, at least that I know of, live sporting event, 8 p.m. on Friday, this coming Friday, November 15th. And we have the full fight card, which I can pull up in a second. Mario El Azteca Barrios versus Abel Ramos, and you're gonna hear a lot of this.
Who?
I know Mario Barrows.
Go Google it.
You
Go
wanna let the people
Google
know who he
it.
He's
Go Google it.
He's a pretty good boxer. Let's just say that.
I'm sorry. He's a what?
He's a pretty good boxer.
Okay.
Then
we have Niraj Goyat versus Wenderson Nunez, middleweight fight. Katie Taylor versus Amanda Serrano for the women's super lightweight title. And then the main event, Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson. As mentioned, this was rescheduled due to Mike Tyson's medical issues. And it is at AT&T Stadium in Jerry World. So something more exciting than the Cowboys that you can watch in Jerry World. And this is brought to you by Netflix and Most Valuable Promotions. And he had to reduce his fight preparations. They said did Mike Tyson, but is now confirmed everything is good to go. And he's back on track. And I think that's pretty much all the information we have. I don't know if there's some type of charity fight or if there's a certain amount of rounds. But, Rod, you love boxing. And getting to see Mike Tyson at the end of 2024 is surreal. But are you excited for this match? And what are you expecting?
I don't know what to expect, to be honest with you. I am excited to see Mike, though. The last time we saw Mike when he was fighting Roy Jones Jr. a couple years ago, he said he wanted to continue to keep doing stuff like this. So, I mean, he could still go a little bit, but I just hope he doesn't embarrass himself on Friday. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he's about 57, 58 now. Still in pretty good shape. Still can throw a mean punch here or two. But I don't want to see his brother get knocked out or hurt himself completely. So I hope it's at least a good, legit, decent fight. I don't really expect too much from it. But I will say this: Netflix did have Chris Rock's special, I believe, about Will Smith. That was a live event, I think, sometime last year. So that was one of the specials that went live, and I think they did Cat Williams' special earlier this year live. So. They're not. This is the first time they went live, but this will be the first sporting event that they have done live. You know, just to get in preparation for Monday Night Raw in January, because that's going to be a weekly thing. So we'll see how the stream is on Friday night. We'll see if they have any commercials or stuff like that. So just be prepared to see little things like that if you watch wrestling, in January. But like I said before, I just hope Mike doesn't embarrass himself and gets knocked out. Hopefully it's a good, decent fight. Hopefully, they hug it out at the end. But Mike still wants to fight, and he's going to get a fight, even though Jake Paul's not really a a technical boxer like that, he still can fight. So hopefully it's a good contest and nobody gets hurt.
Cravante, is this goofy or is this entertainingly goofy?
At this point, I'm hoping it's entertainingly goofy because, I mean, this was postponed. This has been postponed at least twice, right?
I know once it's been postponed once. I don't know about twice.
Yeah, it was supposed to be over the summer.
Right, it was supposed to be in July, right? Yeah, I remember that. It's been so long, I forgot. I ain't gonna hold you. I forgot about this. Until you brought it up and had it on the rundown. I was like, oh dang, I guess that never happened, right? So it'll be interesting. Friday night, 8:00, which means they'll be on probably 11:30, maybe. Which is what matters because there's a lot of WCs and go Google it on the card. But it'll be interesting to see because we've seen what Jake Paul has been able to do in this realm of boxing from YouTuber. He's been pretty successful with it, and going up against Mike Tyson is going to be something. So it's going to be eyes. Folks going to be on Netflix on Friday night. So I'll be there, but I think it's going to be entertainingly goofy because Mike Tyson, we ain't seen him. We only seen him in his his podcast space. Seen him train a couple times. He got old man strength now. I hope he don't have old man speed at this point. But it's gonna be something. Definitely gonna be something. So we'll see. But I definitely forgot about it. I ain't gonna hold you.
Any predictions? Is anybody a winner here, or are they going to do like some? They're not going to keep score, some goofiness like that.
So, wait, you said they're not keeping score?
I don't know. These things are weird. I don't know.
So,
like,
how many rounds? How many rounds are they? How many rounds?
Let me try to find it.
Like I say, this doesn't give me full-fledged fight vibes. So, I don't think they're going 12.
No, heck no. Well, probably
not Mike at least.
Probably like around 8 rounds, I think. Probably like 2-minute rounds.
Okay, I think I got it. So they will face off in 8 2-minute rounds.
There you go.
Rather than the usual 3-minute rounds in regular boxing. They will also be wearing heavier 14-ounce gloves than the usual 10-ounce gloves. So I did Google it, by the way.
Okay, well, yeah, 8 rounds, 2-minute time period between each round, 14-ounce gloves. I just hope Jake Paul doesn't get caught, man.
And who does that favor? Does that favor Tyson?
I think it does. If it's 2-minute rounds, I think it favors Tyson because it's only 2 minutes. Like if it was 3 minutes, then I'd be like, But 2 minutes, I mean, and it might take him about 6 minutes. You know, third round, he might be out of there if he hits him correctly. I mean, like you said, he had that old man strength. You never know, man. All it takes is one punch. And I think Mike can still hit. You know, last time I checked, I know he can still hit if you ask.
I seen him. I seen him. Like it's you got to sign a waiver to train with that brother.
So Jake Paul, of course, he's going to always have a chance because he's a younger guy, more fast, can quickly dodge punches. But if you play around too much, Mike will touch you. You don't want that to happen.
No, you do not. But we will be watching it and we will be live streaming it. So pull up a seat, enjoy the wonderful sounds of pugilism with the Flex Zone. And we'll also be watching Friday Night SmackDown as well. So if you're into that type of thing, join us. If not, just come through, say hello. We'll be here talking about it and seeing how it goes, how goofy or how entertainingly goofy it may indeed be. It's that time of year again, a new tradition in the National Basketball Association. No, we don't have to wait until Christmas to find out when the season actually begins, Cravante, because it starts with the wonderful Emirates NBA Cup for the second straight season. Group play begins tomorrow. The top teams will advance the knockout round in Vegas, which is single elimination. And then we'll have one champion crowned, which will be the play-in champion, and they will get a bunch of money and perks and other things. And a nice, wonderful trophy, which Rogers Lakers won last year as well. They even wanted to drop a banner. Cavante, I know the excitement in your eyes. I see it. For the second annual NBA Cup. What are you feeling? Are you excited? And who are you rolling with in the play-in NBA Cup? Who takes home the cup at the end of November?
I wish my eyes could get lower, but then they'd be closed. I didn't know. So it's called the NBA Cup. I didn't know that this was a. I forgot about this too. I don't know. I forgot the rules. I forgot how it goes. This is the mini bracket like thing to get them hyped, and it does not count towards the 82 games, or it does.
Everything except the semifinals and the finals count.
Okay. All right. We giving they giving out banners for this, right?
I don't know what they're doing. I don't think so. I don't think no banners. The Lakers didn't get a banner. I don't know.
We did get a banner.
I guess I think the Lakers got a banner.
We got a banner.
Okay.
We got a banner and a trophy.
Oh, we got a trophy too.
Yeah, both. Mid-season champions.
Listen, man.
We're mid-season defending champions, actually.
Mid-season defending. Jesus Christ. Wait, didn't it happen? Wait, when did it happen?
December, I believe.
That's the mid-season?
Yes. Don't ask me why.
Okay. Listen, man, this is goofy. This is WC for me. I don't know about y'all. This is I do not care. This is goofy.
You don't like the new courts, the formatted courts that you see on Tuesdays and Fridays that are brightly colored?
They're interesting. They're definitely interesting, but I don't know. What's the matchups? What do I have to look forward to?
So each group is teams are in group play. So let's go to West. We got T-Wolves, Clippers, Kings, Rockets, Trailblazers in the West Group A. In the East Group A, Magic, Knicks. We got the Hornets, the Nets, and the 76ers. In the East B, Buccaneers, who are terrible right now. Pacers, Pistons, Raptors, Heat in the West. No Chet Holmgren. He's out 8 to 10 weeks if you didn't know, so he's gone for the Thunder. Phoenix, top for the best record in the West, by the way. Lakers, Spurs, and Jazz. And then in the West, Nuggets, Mavericks, Pelicans, Warriors, Grizzlies. That may be the toughest group right there. Just off the top of my head.
West C sounds kind of lit.
And this EC, your Wizards, the Hawks, the Bulls, the Celtics, and the team with the undefeated record in the National Basketball Association. No LeBron James, no problem. It is the Cleveland Cavaliers, the #1 record in the NBA. What a time. I know you guys are just excited.
Yeah, I'm thrilled.
West C looks crazy. West C. Well, actually, I guess I can say both C more.
And it starts tomorrow. Clay returns to Golden State. First game back tomorrow night.
Yeah,
TNT, by the way.
I'm exactly thrilled for this NBA Cup. But I'm with Cravante. It sounds cute. It was nice last year. You know, we played in Vegas. You know, it looked like we was playing for the championship. You know, it was the Lakers was playing as hard as they could. You know, to win that championship against the Indiana Pacers, just like it was the year 2000 all over again. But I don't care about the NBA Cup. I'm not gonna lie to you. I mean, it was great that we got the banner. It's great that we got the trophy. But at the end of the day, the finals is all that really matters. And that big old what is it called? The Vince Lombardi. O'Brien, whatever.
Not Lombardi. It's not
whatever you want to call that big golden thing that they
O'Brien.
The elites,
Larry O'Brien,
crafted. That's all that really matters is that. So yeah, the NBA Cup is nice. It was cute. Get people to tune in. Around November and December to watch it. Because that's what the NBA was going for. Is because everybody wants the NBA to start in December, at least around Christmas. But they got to draw you in some type of way in November. You know what I'm saying? They got to draw you in, even though it's heavy football season, college and NFL. It's all about this. It's all about the bread. So I don't care about it, but it is interesting to watch. I will say that. And look at LeBron. Look at LeBron. He's the first ever mid-season NBA champion. He's smiling with that nice beard that he has, and all the Lakers around him, and they're just going crazy and beautiful thing. So yeah, there you go.
Jersey Dre, I know he's happy about the NBA Cup. What's up, Jersey Dre?
Yeah, I feel okay about it. Yeah, but I mean, now I don't know. We'll see.
You like LeBron's nice beard as he holds out the midseason award, Dre?
Of course, man. The beard is bearded, man.
Okay, all right. As long as
Karate
the beard is
knows
beard.
what I'm talking about.
That's all that beardly matters, is that the beard is beardly.
That beardly matters.
Yes.
Any predictions? Any team? Anybody have a favorite? No, we just could be anybody.
I'm roll with the defending champions. I'm roll with the defending mid-season champions. I'm rolling with my Lakers until I see otherwise.
Defending mid-season champions. Man, I'm going with Cleveland, man. I'm stepping out there. I'm going with Cleveland right now, man. They hot.
I'm actually going to roll with the winners up. I think Indiana.
The runners up from last year.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whoever comes out that West C is going to be interesting. Like I said, you got Denver, Dallas.
Word.
Dallas goes to Golden State tomorrow night. Golden State is the number one defensive team in the NBA. If you care about that stuff early on, we talked about Memphis as a sleeper. They're showing people that they're going to be a playoff team. The Pelicans are the Pelicans, but they play hard, so you never know what can happen with them. And I mean, at West B, you got the Thunder, no Chet, the Lakers and the Suns. It could be interesting, and we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, whoever comes out that West C might be my favorite. We'll see. We shall see. Let us know down below your thoughts on the NBA Cup. Do you care? Will you be watching? I will be watching because it will be on TNT tomorrow, which we do care about. Tuesdays and Fridays, folks, so get ready for the bright, wonderful court. Dre, real quick, I know you just came in. Are you excited for the Mike Tyson, Jake Paul fight? I know you love a little pugilism, or do you not care about that either?
A big WC.
Unamused.
Yes. Man, the original hype behind it, yeah, but it's been so long that now I forgot. Like, if y'all didn't remind me, I legit was like, oh, I totally forgot about
That's
this.
what I said.
This foolishness.
Remember when Martin did an episode of the fight, and like
You
everybody
talking about
was
the
like,
episode with Tommy Hitman Hearns?
no, not that fight. I'm talking about the one where he was at the apartment, and everybody kept on interrupting him as he was trying to watch Tyson knock the dude out.
And that was when we got introduced to Brother Man, because he was like, Brother Man, he used his chips. He kept doing stuff to get on Martin's nerves.
Right, exactly. And then he ended up missing the entire fight because there was a fight in his bedroom. Yeah.
Oh, with Tommy and Colby over that woman.
Yes,
who ended up
over a
leaving
woman,
with Stan.
as D would say, a woman.
Stan the man. Yep.
This
I just hope Netflix don't have no glitches, man. That's all I want to know. No
Look,
glitches.
lesson learned from that. Never fight over a woman.
Yes, because they'll end up going with Stan at the end.
They'll end up going with Stan. Somebody named Stan.
Finish him, Daddy.
Ooh.
Well, let's get to something that you do care about, Dre. Ball so hard, you Ravens and Steelers rekindled their rivalry on Sunday afternoon, 1 p.m. from Ketchup Field. I don't know the name anymore. I don't know. They changed it so much. But Ravens come in at 7-3. Steelers are now 6-2. Excuse me, got to fix that record. 7-2. But Russell Wilson, Dre, 3-0 as a starter. They get it done, man. Like I said, they don't die. They're like cockroaches. And be another fun one.
You know, the sample size they originally had, I wasn't thrilled about it because I was like, they hadn't beaten anybody. They actually beat somebody. They took on the Commanders, and I'll admit, they won. I did not think so. I thought that for a second, I thought the Commanders were going to pull it out. Russell Wilson is showing me that he's back to the old Russell Wilson. We was questioning whether or not Russell Wilson was washed, but we see that Sean Payton just may not be all that of a head coach. I think sometimes him and Mike McCarthy are proving just because they have Super Bowl championships behind them that may not you may have just had a lucky season, John Harbaugh. But nevertheless, I still think the Ravens have a good shot, and I think what will help the Ravens in this matchup is being off for all those days, getting people rested, and it's a division rival. I always said that I think the Ravens would go 1-1 with them. I think that they would split with them, and it's something that we had said on our last show with Cavante. He said that if the Commanders lost against the Steelers, he felt that they had a good chance to beat the Eagles. And I kind of felt the same way. If the Steelers won this matchup, I feel like they were going to lose to the Ravens. And I think that's just how it is. I think Pittsburgh is a viable team and one of the teams that's a dangerous team you don't want to see in the playoffs. But I feel like the Ravens is one of those teams that if they face them, they can beat them. And we talked about Lamar Jackson having to finish the story. This is one of the teams he has to overcome. There's only 2 teams he struggles against. I don't remember which exact podcast I had mentioned that on, but I gave some numbers about his numbers against both the Chiefs and the Steelers. Those are the only 2 teams he struggles against. Every other team he does well against. So I think that this season will start to break the mold of that. Not that they'll win both games, but I think that they can at least win, like I said, at least win one of those games against a Pittsburgh Steelers team that's right there, who is just missing a quarterback right now. They got their quarterback. You see Najee Harris is able to run the football the way he's running it. Pickens is in there. They just picked up another receiver, Mike Hill, in a trade from the Jets. They made a move defensively in the trade, so they were aggressive with their trades, and Pittsburgh has been every trade that's out there. Pittsburgh is right there for another receiver trying to get better at the wide receiver position. They have their running back. They have their a good head coach who's also my fellow frat brother. So I think that Pittsburgh has a shot and that they're a legit team now. I can say that.
Well, Tomlin is 18-15 against Harbaugh, so I mean I don't know where this narrative that Harbaugh can't go against Tomlin, whatever. Tomlin has one more year of experience, 17 years, and Harbaugh 16 years. People forget Tomlin's only Super Bowl was in 2008, Harbaugh 2012. So we'll see. Raj, I know you are a little wary of the game. I honestly think the Ravens could blow this team out personally. That's just me, but go ahead. How you feel?
I mean, sure. They can blow anybody out. They have the weapons and offense to do it. The question is, will people step their game up? And that's what I have an issue with. I have no problems with Lamar Jackson. I understand that he's 2-4 against the Pittsburgh Steelers in his career. He's only played them 6 times. He's been injured for a good amount of those times. So, or is either that or he was sitting out.
Or about to say, well, he had to sit out.
Yeah, he was sitting out like the last game of the season last year. But my thing is this, man. Can the people around him step their game up? Can a Rashad Bateman not drop the football? Can a Zay Flowers get open and not drop the football? Can Mark Andrews actually show up in one of these games? Can the offensive line actually stop TJ Watt and whoever else is on the other side? Because I think Highsmith is going to miss the game, which is going to help the Ravens. But can these guys step their games up, man? I understand we never had Derrick Henry. This is the first time he's going to play with Lamar against the Steelers. And that's going to be a great thing to see. Let's see if, Derrick Henry can still be Derrick Henry against, that brutal Pittsburgh defense. But can the Ravens outscore the Pittsburgh Steelers is the question. And that's the question that I need to know. I need to see. I think Lamar, to be honest with you, though, I think Lamar's going to play fantastic. I think he's going to be great. I just don't have no faith in John Harbaugh, man. I think he's going to do something stupid that's going to screw this up, like he almost did last week. I gave him props the week before that. I thought he was great against the Broncos, but last week that challenge, I'm like, bro, what are you doing? Why did we have to deal with your goofiness at this point in the game? I just need him not to be goofy. step out the way, let Todd Monken run the offense, and pray that Zach Orr can run the defense. That's all I ask. But I think the Ravens have a legit shot in this game. Pittsburgh is hot right now, though. Russell Wilson is playing out of his mind, which is cool. And the weapons look great. George Pickens, who should have been a Raven, is playing great. Mike Williams, who just stepped over there in Pittsburgh, he didn't show flashes of what he could have done with the Jets, but the Jets are goofy. And it's gonna be a knockdown, drag out game. And I think Lamar's gonna step his game up because he already knows that the Ravens probably are not favored in this game, and our defense is lackluster, and he's gonna have to do everything in his power to win the game. So I think he'll step up. I think Derrick Henry will step up. My question is coaching, as always. I think if coaching can step up, I think we can win the game. I ain't gonna say easily, but I think we can win the game. But it just depends on which Ravens team besides Lamar who's going to show up. Because I know he's going to show up. He's been showing up the entire season. He's on his A game. He's tired of the naysayers. He's tired of the people from Fox. He's tired of the people from ESPN, saying negative things about him. He's tired of it. You can see it in his play. So I already know he's going to step up. I already know he's going to show out. He just can John Harbaugh, match up. Because I know the one thing Mike Tomlin is very good at. He's very good at getting at John Harbaugh and getting underneath his skin. So, and plus what he said in the press conference the other day about, that's Mr. Jackson. That's the 2-time MVP, Mr. Jackson. He's just buttering us up. I know what he's doing. He's buttering us up. He's trying to play them games because he already knows what's going to happen. He's like, look, I didn't play this team. Like, I don't know how many times I didn't beat this team. I'm how many types of ways, and I continue to keep beating this team. So I'm going to give him a little bit of respect. I'm going to butter him up. Because they playing real great football, but guess what we're gonna do? We're gonna come in there. We're gonna defensively destroy them. So I already know the game plan going into the game. That's why TJ Watt didn't have no sacks last week. He didn't want to touch Jaden Daniels because he wanted to save all his sacks for his favorite target, Lamar Jackson. So yes, Omar Epps. That's right, Byron. There you go. So I am worried. Because I don't want Lamar to get hurt or touched up too much. Because I know how the Steelers defense is. But I think we do have a good shot at winning this game. So we'll see what happens. It's going to be a great matchup. And probably the toughest test so far for this season outside of Kansas City week 1. Which I can't really count because we didn't know what the team was going to look like. So
let me ask you, Raj, do you think it's with the DC? Do you think it's a matter of execution, or do you believe that we might need a new defensive coordinator?
I think it's a little bit of both. I think it's execution, and I think it's the players. Like sometimes they'll have them in the right positions to make plays, and they'll drop a pick. They'll miss a tackle, and it's like, bro, the defensive coordinator is trash. And then there's other times where he calls the wrong play, and they get completely exposed, and he'll call cover 0 and then leave like, I don't know, Eddie Jackson out there to cover a wide receiver, and then he gets burned for a touchdown. I think it's a combination of both, man. I don't think it's all his fault, to be honest with you. I think they're put in the right positions. They're just not playing well. And I don't know why that is. I don't get most of it. I don't understand what happened to Roquan over the summer. If he was eating too many tasty cakes and he went to Paris and got a BBL done or something. I don't know what's going on.
He got a BBL.
Wow.
I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that, brother. He's not the same player he was last year. I don't know.
Now with Roquan, I just believe that with the new DC, they're not putting him in his normal position. I think he's playing outside of what he's accustomed to. The loss of Patrick Queen hurts. As much as we did like Patrick Queen and Roquan, I think played well together. So I think it's some factors there. And I want to give the DC a little bit of time because Mike McDaniel wasn't all there his first year, and we were clamoring for him to get fired. So I was just curious about your thoughts on that matter.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's okay. I don't think he should be fired at all. I just think that players need to step their game up. I mean, Marlon Humphrey said it best. I mean, he's like, we're not playing. We're playing like trash right now. Lamar's carrying us. Like we got to get back to what we do, and I think it has to do with everyone, not just the DC, but people like Roquan, who has the green dot on his head. he needs to play a lot better. He's the leader of the damn team. He's making the most money on the defense. That's what we brought him in here for. We brought him in here for leadership. He was hanging with Ray over the summer. And I'm pretty sure Ray was at the game last week. He was like, bro, what are y'all doing out there? Y'all making my name look bad. So they got to fix that, man. Like, they don't have to be great. They don't have to be what they was last year, but they got to be more formidable. They got to execute when the players is called. So it's up to all of them. It can't be just Marlon and then the Ravenettes out there. They gotta step all their games up. All of them gotta step up.
Cavante, Ravens and Steelers. This isn't going to be a 13-10 slobber knocker. Might see some points.
Hey man, listen. Since Russ has been in there, they've been putting up damn near 30 points a game. And I think even Justin Fields' last game before they switched over to Russell Wilson, they put up about 30. But the offense is coming alive, which is scary because we already know what they bring defensively, but they still give up, points here and there. I mean, hell, the Commanders were able to put up 27, and we don't have any. We have one, top-notch wide receiver, and Austin Eckler. You know what I'm saying? So they could be had offensively, and with the firepower that the Ravens have, yeah, I'm saying y'all get into the 30s, which is probably what you're gonna need to do. Usually, we only say it's about the Chiefs, but you probably going to have to get into the 30s with the Steelers as well, because it seems like they're finding ways to score. But I was saying, as a defensive coordinator, Dre, it's tough when your secondary is, as Roger would say, lackluster. That's what it kind of is, because your defensive line is not elite, and your secondary is not really good. So it's like, do I blitz? Do I hit? You got to be very smart situationally, and that's hard year one. So I'm usually not one to call for anybody's job year one, unless you like Urban Meyer or Nathaniel Hackett. or Nathaniel Hackett. If you was on that wave, that's the only time. And Urban Meyer, a lot of his stuff was off the field, and Hackett just looked like he was in over his head from game one. You know what I'm saying? So outside of them two, I don't think nobody should be relieved of their job year one. But y'all know what y'all getting in the draft, just like I know what the Commanders going to get in the draft. We got to go defense. Got to go defense, maybe offensive line, but that secondary is why this is probably going to be, both of y'all are probably going to be in the high 20s to 30s, or maybe both in the 30s, because the Ravens secondary be giving it up. So, but I love the Steelers Ravens matchup. It's going to be hard hitting. It's going to be a lot of back and forth. Omar Epps and John Harbaugh is going to get a lot of FaceTime. They're going to get a lot of FaceTime on the sidelines. Russell Wilson's probably going to get a lot of FaceTime, and of course, Lamar Jackson is going to get a lot of FaceTime, because that's what it's all about, coaching and quarterbacks. And Russell Wilson is playing really well. And I was one to criticize the switch from Justin Fields, but that's why Mike Tomlin is who he is, because he knew something that none of us knew, and it seems to be working out perfectly, damn near. So it's going to be a hell of a matchup. I still don't know who I'm going to pick right now. I have until we start talking about the picks a little bit later, but it's going to be a close game, which is how it usually always is. But the Steelers have won the past few, but I don't know, man. It's going to be a good game.
It's going to be a slap knocker.
Speaking of good game, starting off week 11 on Thursday, Cavante, Commanders travel to Philly. Looks like a 3-point spread right now. We'll pull up the numbers in a second, but Commanders 7-3, Eagles 7-2. Cavante, initial thoughts a few days away from kickoff in the city of brotherly love.
We'll probably get into it tomorrow, more in depth tomorrow, but initially, Man, if Lattimore don't play, I can't pick the Commanders. And it's tough to say now. I know I do. Obviously, well, we do our picks weekly on Mondays, but I'm in a football pool where I can, flip flop picks if a key injury happens or something changed like weather or something, a big huge factor change. I could change the pick on the app, but I can't change the pick. Once Mondays happen, it's over. Whatever you picked is what you picked. But I'm gonna look to see if Lattimore plays. If Lattimore don't play, I can't pick the Commanders. And I want them to win desperately, really, 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 really bad. I really want this game. But if Lattimore don't play, I can't bring myself to do it, and that's how bad our secondary is. Like Benjamin St-Juste, he should be benched for his actions in the game. Like Mike Williams just got there, bro. Mike Williams run a 4.6, bro. You playing off man and got beat by 3-4 steps. You should be suspended for how egregious that act was. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how upsetting I was. Like Mike, he caught Byron. Take a wild guess. How many catches you think Mike Williams had? Dre?
I'm gonna say 9.
No, I'm talking about that game.
Oh.
How many catches you think Mike Williams had?
At least 4. I'll give him.
Look at Raj and Byron. Raj, Byron. Put them up.
Yeah.
And we're not talking about the flex zone being number 1 because we do that too. No.
Yeah, 1.
He had 1 catch.
Acknowledge me.
Damn shame.
And that was the only one that mattered. 1 catch, 1 touchdown, running by flat-footed Benjamin St-Juste. And if Marshawn Lattimore does not play again, I might as well pick the Eagles now because I have a feeling he's not going to play. Something tells me he's not going to play. But I can't. Our secondary is so bad. AJ Brown, oh my gosh, AJ Brown has been having his way with us since he's been in Philly, honestly. And we got nobody for him. And then you got Devontae Smith and Saquon Barkley. Man, we ain't got nothing for them boys. Like Marshawn Lattimore is just to cancel out AJ Brown, but we still got Saquon Barkley and Smith. So
I say, don't feel bad. A lot of people don't have an answer for AJ Brown. That's a big dude over there.
And he's big, physical, and he can low key run by you too.
Hey, look, think about it. Think about it. The Titans had AJ Brown.
Derrick Henry.
Son of a bitch!
The Titans had all these people and can't do nothing with them.
I can't believe they game away, and they basically gave away 1 by 1.
Mm-hmm.
It was Derrick Henry, AJ Brown, and who else?
Derrick Henry was free agent. AJ Brown
was traded.
And same thing with D-Hop. He was traded.
And DeAndre Hopkins. Well, at least I can say DeAndre Hopkins was on the back end of his career, but he can. You see what happened?
Well,
he got away with the Chiefs.
The Titans thought that Derrick Henry was on the back end of his career.
Well, they're goofy also because it's some organizations that just don't know how to manage, and the Titans are one of them. Like you gave away 3 Hall of Famers. really, essentially, you gave away 3 Hall of Famers back to back, pretty much back to back, and then a little bit later for D-Hop. Like I don't understand, but huge matchup with the Eagles. This is pretty much the Eagles would widen their division if they were to win, and when we be 7-4, which wouldn't be terrible, kind of a letdown with how things have started, but 7-4, not a crazy letdown because again, at the beginning of the season, I said, "Hey, man, the Commanders have a chance to be in second place. Absolutely have a chance to be in second place." And by next time we play the Eagles, I think we'll be in better shape. But hopefully this gap doesn't widen to 2.5 games, because it looks like we're going for the wild card at this point. But Defensively, I'm scared. Offensively, we'll find a way to put up points. And the Eagles defense has been playing better, and they got some young guys on the outsides. So we're going to have opportunities to score, but I don't think we're going to be able to stop them consistently. Like, they're probably going to put up 30.
Eagles are getting hot at the right time. Should be a fun matchup. A divisional matchup, as we always say. Throw the records out the window. We'll see Jaden Daniels' first trip to Philly, how he does. And we'll be here to talk about it live afterwards on the Commanders postgame show. Let's go around the NFL real quick. Week 10 scores and get the game ball, not so game ball from the fellas. A lot to get into, but we'll talk about some of the major things. If you want a full in-depth thing, Cavante and I broke down the games yesterday as well, so check us out, as we'll do this week on the Ravens postgame show. As mentioned on Thursday, Ravens beat the Bengals 35-34, and just final on Monday night, Dolphins beat the Rams 23-15. So Dolphins hanging around. As mentioned to Cravante in the postgame show, a game of the ages in Germany as the Carolina Panthers beat the New York Giants, and I correctly picked it. And boy, the fans in Germany were treated to a classic.
You can't be serious.
Classic. It was terrible.
Yeah, that's why you're saying it.
Get out of here, man.
Why?
Classic.
The NFL is funny. The NFL is very funny because we always send our trash products over international waters, and
They eat it up, don't they?
And they love it. They love it because they don't know. But we know. We just like, it's like when you give your little brother the controller, but it's not plugged in, and they just eating it up, man. But at the Panthers Giants, you couldn't get no worse than a matchup. Like, that was a terrible, terrible matchup, and it even ended terribly. But they love it. And who knows, the Panthers may find their new home in Munich, just like the Jags found their new home in London.
Apparently, they're trying to do a game in Berlin, Germany as well. So more international games for you. Dre, what the hell is going on with the Bears, real quick?
Bruh, it's the same issue we was concerned about for real. Coaching.
My gosh.
I don't, anytime a quarterback the caliber of Caleb Williams regresses that way, it's coaching. Because he started out really good, but you can just see the difference. Look at Cavante's team, Jalen Daniels, what he's doing. The fact that he has Cliff Kingsbury over there helping him, that shows progression. Bo Nix, as much as we talk about Sean Payton, he's helping develop him into a good quarterback. Hell, Drake May had a damn good game out there. He's getting better. I mean, it's just, you just see the night and day coaching. That's all it really is. And when you have coaching like that, it's just, I don't see any difference between what he did and what Justin Fields did. Their coach needs to go. He should have been fired when you had a new quarterback. It should have been a new head coach in there. It shouldn't have been the same coach hoping for different results. That's just insanity, and why the Bears are the way that they are. I thought that they would at least make the playoffs and be able to overcome some of the coaching issues, but apparently not. I mean, it's a damn shame. You had Matt Nagy, who had Mitchell Trubisky, and they made the playoffs.
Double-digit wins.
And exactly. And look at what's happening right now over with the Bears. Started out really good, and then now they just getting more and more sorry each week. You have too many offensive weapons over there for that to happen. Caleb Williams, you can't protect him worth the darn. That's how I can just say it's just going to be coaching.
You got on your soapbox, didn't you?
Yeah, that's right.
Soapbox. Well,
I mean, it also sucks too, Raj, because I picked Caleb for fantasy.
He's my backup, but what did I say at the beginning of the season though? Didn't I say that Jaden Daniels was low key going to have a CJ Stroud type of year? And I said Caleb is a little bit iffy at best.
I think we all figured that Daniels would do good in DC. I don't think we would dispute that, but I think me and Byron would thought that at least be good enough to make the playoffs with the talent that they have.
Shoot, man, y'all high hoping. I ain't think that at all.
Schedule real quick. Schedule: Packers, Vikings, Lions, 49ers, Vikings, Lions, Seahawks.
They may not win another game. They may
So
not.
they may they I don't know why I said they're gonna make the playoffs. They might not.
They-
Like you said, they may.
No,
They
I'm
may
gonna tell you
not
what
win
he's
another
gonna be.
game.
He's gonna low key. He's gonna be Bryce Young year one is what Caleb Williams is going to be. He's
Now,
gonna have a couple more wins on his belt. That's pretty much it.
but
Barely.
you know, but so with the Bears, I was not a believer. I thought Caleb Williams was going to be good and show sparks and show okay what he can do, because he was drawing comparisons to Patrick Mahomes a lot, and what he was doing in college was Patrick Mahomes like, but NFL is a little bit different. Defensive minded head coach, nobody's in his ear, nobody's helping him progress. Who's the offensive coordinator? Shane Waldron. He came from the Seahawks. What is really going on? But poor management. Trust me, as a Commanders fan, poor management does trickle down. I don't care how good of talent or whatever team you are or you look like on paper, it's going to look like trash as a product. But he's not developing. He hasn't developed. He hasn't gotten better since USC, if I'm being honest. And this is through, 10 weeks, pretty much 10 weeks of football. He looks the same as his last year's USC.
And think about it. He's had the Bears had a chance to get Cliff Kingsbury.
Sure did.
And they had a chance to also get Harbaugh.
Yep.
And it was like, no, we're good where we're at.
We're
And
good. Yeah, stupid.
Look at you now.
But also, the Bears just don't do good, like offensively. Like the Bears have never really had a good top tier offense. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't know what they have in Caleb Williams. Like Caleb is so much better than what we're saying. I know he is. I know he's so much better. And Dre, I can't agree more. It is coaching. Eberflus should not have this job right now. Like there's no way he should have this job right now. And Ryan Poles, like he's doing a hell of a job wheeling and dealing on the draft pick side of the game, but managing this coaching staff is terrible. Like Shane Waldron is not doing anything for Caleb Williams. Like he's been having like 30, 40 passing yards at halftime.
Mm-hmm.
Like in multiple games. Like that's absurd. Like you have 3 possible number 1 type wide receivers. 3 of them. Like you have the best weapons out of any of the rookie quarterbacks.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and it's not even close. And you got DeAndre Swift behind you. Like, and it's crazy how flat and how dry and how like no enthusiasm with this offense. And it's really concerning. Like Eberflus definitely needs to go, man. But it's some organizations that just don't pivot from what they do, no matter what. Like the Bears are a defensive organization. Like they'll throw that money at defenders and they'll put money into defenders and defensive coaches and all that. But you need to pour into that quarterback because that's the future. And if you want to compete, especially damn compete for Super Bowl, compete in your division, you got Jordan Love and you got Jared Goff. You know what I'm saying? Sam Darnold's playing well right now, but he didn't play well last game. But
the Vikings, we don't know what they got with JJ over there, but they got an offensive-minded head coach over there. I mean, you see them, like you said, the work he's doing with Sam Darnold.
Pretty much everybody else is offensive-minded. With Matt LaFleur and Dan I think Dan Campbell was running back. He used to coach running backs back in the day. I believe that was his background. So he's offense too.
And Ben Johnson is probably number 1 coaching candidate.
Again,
outside of Bill Belichick.
Right. So I mean, but the Bears got to go offense next, man. With the next coach, they have to go offense. And Ben Johnson, but the thing about Ben Johnson has a choice. Ben Johnson don't have to take nothing. Like what we were saying about Eric Bieniemy. Don't just take any job. Don't just go anywhere, because if you like where you're at, you better stay, because it's a cold world. It's a cold world on the head coaching side of the game when the team is trash.
Don't be the next New York Jets head coach. Don't do that to yourself.
Don't be the next New York head coach. Probably don't go to Bears. Don't go to the Panthers. Like, don't.
Well, the Bears may actually, out of all them jobs that are probably available, the Bears job actually might be the best one because even the Dallas job.
Oh, that Dallas job is beyond trash. That Dallas,
it's teetering.
it's terrible because of management again.
And Michael Parsons, very terrible.
Michael Parsons is good. No, just stop.
No, what he said about his current head coach now. You don't want to be there.
Look, hey, I bet you Baltimore will take him.
No, we will not. We already have that problem.
And check this out. Caleb lost to Drake May and Jaden Daniels. Crazy,
right?
Bills beat the Colts 30-20. Bills have a matchup coming up with the Chiefs. I mean, how lucky can the Chiefs be, Raj?
I mean, it is what it is, man. Nobody's gonna beat the Chiefs until the Chiefs beat the Chiefs.
Are they going to go undefeated? We looked at the schedule yesterday. I'll pull it up.
I mean, you can pull it up, but until the Chiefs beat the Chiefs, ain't nobody gonna beat them. And right now, they're finding ways to win. You know, rather it be missed field goals or blocked field goals, or people got one toe out of bounds at the end of the game, or you know, Patrick Mahomes throws it up in the air to a wide open person. You know, there's always something fluky or something crazy going on, and then you hear Patrick Mahomes talk to the referee like, "Can we get some help, bruh?" And of course, the referee is gonna give you help. Patrick Mahomes, baby, you're gonna throw that flag in your favor. So it's like nobody's going to beat them until they beat themselves, and that's one team that does not seem to ever beat themselves. At least for the last 2 years, they found ways to just make the impossible possible. So it doesn't matter who they play. It doesn't matter who's on their schedule until they decide. Oh, we don't want to win today. You're not gonna win. So it is what it is, man. At this point, I told you, I'm all hail to the Chiefs, man. I cannot go against them. All hail Patrick Mahomes and Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce and the rest of them boys. They are phenomenal. They are great. They are the defending 3-time champions, and it just seems like it's never going to end.
They haven't won 3 Super Bowls in a row.
They have. Travis Kelce and Patrick Mahomes are 3-time champions, sir. They're 3-time champions, sir.
Acknowledge me. Bro, that's what I said. They just haven't done it in a row. They're 3-time champions. They just not in a row.
Not in a row, but they will be.
Real quick.
They continue this.
Bills, Panthers.
No, they won't.
Bills, Panthers, Raiders, Chargers, Browns, Texans, Steelers, Broncos. If they make it past the Bills, it's going to get real interesting.
I think that they'll probably go like 15-2. Like that, they might maybe lose 2 because the Browns they keep getting closer and closer to losing. Eventually, like Rod said, they one of the games they're not going to for sure up, but they need to play a team that's going to take advantage of it. So you did that to the Broncos. The Broncos not there yet. If they have a game like that to the Bills, then they'll lose. But they might get up for the Bills. So, but I think they'll probably finish like 15-2.
Look, this is 2 things with the Chiefs before we move on. They have a lot of injuries on offense, so that's they're a little stagnant right now. My other fear with them is that if they lose a game, they might flip it and then go on a tear and actually win everything. By them, because you know how we've seen it many times on this show. Sometimes when they say that a loss is good for a team and it wakes them up, that's my only fear with the Chiefs right now because they're winning a lot of close games. They're 9-0 right now. 7 out of those 9 games have been by like 1 possession or less. So they're a team that if they lose, I just feel like they'll get refocused and go on a immediate tear. So by them kind of coasting right now, I'm kind of okay with where they're at. But then also, like I said, offensively, they have a lot of injuries. And we saw last year when we had a lot of questions about the offense and saying this is a defense that's going to carry them. Next thing you know, Offense just woke up, and the defense did enough in order for them to win a Super Bowl.
Falcons continue to Falcon, lose to the Saints 20-17.
Agreed.
49ers 23-20 over the Buccaneers. They were fighting, shoving. But big shout out to Ricky Pearsall getting shot and getting that touchdown. Big shout out to him. CMC's back. Steelers beat the Commanders 28-27. If you were suffering from insomnia, Vikings and Jaguars was just what you needed. Just like a Wednesday night, Raj, on AEW, baby. Tony Khan can't get it right with anything. 12-7.
He's awful as an owner of a football team and the owner of a wrestling company.
Not much else need to be said.
No.
Chargers keep winning 27-17. Eagles whoop the hell out the Cowboys 34-6. And the Jets get blown out 31-6. I don't know who wants to talk about this, but I mean, and I picked them. Maybe I need to wear a trash bag on my head. Maybe that's
that was a hilarious trash bag. You know what I'm saying? That was shout out to the old school Saints from the 70s. You know, when they used to have the bags over their heads, man. That was a beautiful thing to see. But the Jets are just awful. I've been saying this for years. I've been trying to give them the benefit of the doubt. I've been trying to help them, you know, overcome these demons, but they continue to keep playing like trash, looking like garbage. And I know it has to affect some people's psyches by now. I mean, they've been playing like garbage since pretty much since they won their last Super Bowl. But they had periods of times where they would play well. Maybe in 2010, 2011, when Rex Ryan was the coach. Maybe when Bill Parcells came and he did a little thing for them. But other than those two instances, they've been straight garbage, man, for their almost entire, 70 years, damn near. So it is what it is at this point. It's the same old Jets. I don't feel sorry for the fan base. They have another team in New York that they could root for, and I don't understand why they root for this straight garbage. I mean, the New York Giants has a better history than the Jets ever will have, and they won the Super Bowl, I think, when 2011. So it's like 1968 to 2011. I mean, come on now. I mean,
but right now, both teams are hot garbage.
They are, but I'm just saying the Giants have been better over the period of time than the Jets have ever been. So if you're a Giants fan, and I know they're garbage now, but they have a chance of pretty much rewriting history and being better once they get rid of Daniel Jones. But if you're the Jets, Woody Johnson's your owner. You're never going to get better. You're going to continue to keep playing like garbage, even though you got Hall of Famers like Devontae Adams or Aaron Rodgers on your team. It just doesn't matter who's on your squad at this point. That curse forever.
It's Ambassador Johnson.
Oh, whatever. Anyway, like I said before, they're garbage. So
look,
great trash bag, Jess. Great trash bag.
That's that old Cody Rhodes when he had the mask, handing out the paper bags. This is awful. I don't understand. You have all this talent, but the coaching sucks. The owner sucks. It's just horrible over there. Blow it all up.
They've done that like 80 times and it never works.
Well, at this point, you ain't got no choice. Shoot, you got Devontae Adams, who
they ain't got no more bombs. They don't got no more dynamite.
Look, the sad part is Devontae Adams wanted to go here, and everybody was like, "Why would you want to go to this trash organization?"
Because he's an idiot. That's why.
He's dumb.
He's an idiot.
Dumb.
And then
Aaron
Rodgers.
Went to the Commanders.
And then you see Aaron Rodgers is washed. It's just. Does Fireman Ed even still go to these games?
Yes, the idiot is still there doing the little hat thing like this. Yeah, I saw him on TV the other night, man. I was like, "What is this fool doing, man? Like, get your ass off of the screen." You should have. When you said you was leaving, you should have stayed gone because they still the same garbage you left. Like, bro, get a life, man. Get over yourself. Become a Giants fan. Become Fireman Giant Ed. How about that? That would have been better.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but their last hope seemed at this point with Mark Sanchez as quarterback and Rex Ryan. That was the last hurrah because this.
I told somebody this weekend they need to put Jordan Travis in. Go and sit Aaron Rodgers down. See what you got in Jordan Travis. If he's healthy, see what you got in him.
I agree because they got 20 free agents coming up. So half of the damn
And they're
team.
paying Devontae Adams $30 million the next 2 years, $30+ million the next 2 years.
Just
And
stupid.
look. At this point, if I'm the Jets and you blowing it all up, unless Aaron Rodgers comes back next year, you might as well just eat the money for Devontae Adams and let him go to a contending team at this point.
Stupid.
Because
Just
like I said,
stupid.
this is beyond sad.
They should have never gotten in the bed with Aaron Rodgers from the get-go. They should have went out there,
I agree.
drafted a legit quarterback in the draft because there was a lot of quarterbacks at this go around.
Yeah.
And even before that, they could have got somebody before that. They could have had Justin Fields if they would have just picked him. But no, they wanted to go out there and get a guy that we never heard of.
Right. Look, they could have had Lamar Jackson for 2 1s.
They could have had Lamar, but would Lamar want to go there is the question. I don't know about that part. But they could have tried. They didn't try. They wanted to go older, and this is what they got. They got Aaron Rodgers, who was at 39 years old, got hurt, mistakenly. And then this year he just can't, he's not the same person. He can't move in the pocket. When you have Achilles tear at 40, you can't move. Ask Kobe. Well, can't ask Kobe now, but before he passed, ask Kobe. He could not move anymore.
Well, Rod, you can ask Kobe, but that's another time for another show.
I'm just saying, man. I'm not trying to be funny, but yes, when you have Achilles tears, okay, I should say Dominique Wilkins. Dominique Wilkins had the same type of injury, and he was never the same person. So it is what it is, and that's how Aaron Rodgers is right now. I think he's done after this year, to be honest with you. I think he's finished, and he needs to hang it up, man, because he couldn't move at all yesterday. And I was trying to watch some of that game. I'm like, bro, what is he doing? It's like they have no faith in him. He can't move. He still has a great arm, but it's like when you rush him, it's just you already know he's not going to move anywhere. And it's like, bro, he's a complete statue, and he looks worse and worse every the more that time goes on. So it's just sad, man. It's sad that one of the greatest quarterbacks that we've seen in our lifetime is reduced to this sorry ass team and this sorry ass offensive line, when he just could have just stayed with Green Bay and finished it there. But it is what it is, man. He made his bed. He laid in it.
He's laying it exactly.
And
Jets too.
This is how he's gonna go out. He's gonna go out like this. So have fun, Aaron. We loved you. Duck, 4-time MVP. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure you'll be a regular guest on Pat McAfee show or whatever. But that's it, man. This is it. I do not want to see him come back next year.
Welcome, Aaron Rodgers, to the twilight of your career, because that's where you are. And just like Rod Sterling says, nobody leaves the twilight zone. Wah.
What about this defense too, man? They are terrible. I thought Sauce Gardner's not good as he was. They can't stop the run.
Robert Saleh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep, Robert Saleh.
But that's piss poor management by a piss poor organization. Trust me, I know a thing or two about it. But let's go to the other side. Kyler Murray is having a hell of a year. Kyler Murray is doing it, man. And he's doing it.
Low key, yeah.
Yes. That Black Ops 6, baby. Black Ops 6.
I think he's playing a little bit less Black Ops 6, and he's probably getting in the lab with Marvin Harrison Jr. because Marvin Harrison Jr. is popping too. So it looks like as a team they're moving in a positive direction, because they was in the dumps for a little bit, didn't know whether they wanted to pay Kyler Murray or switch up, put a clause in his contract and all that. Y'all remember all that goofiness when they was trying to pay him? Now it's like, all right, we get him a young weapon. Let's legit build. Now I ain't talking about that goofy build, like legit build, and let's see where this goes. They got a competent head coach, and Gannon from the DC from Philly. He's coaching up the defense, and they look way more competent, and they play hard. They play hard, they play tough. And the 49ers are not looking good. Now they're getting a little bit healthier, but the Cardinals are winning the division right now. So they're in the driver's seat to be in the, for sure, playoff spot. So, the Cardinals are nothing to sneeze at right now.
At Seahawks, at Vikings, Seahawks, Patriots, Panthers, Rams, 49ers. They could get to 10, maybe. They could flirt with 10.
Mm-hmm. And that last game is going to be important. That very last game is against the 49ers is going to be very, very important. And it probably will be for the division.
Mm-hmm.
Real quick, Sunday night. Go ahead.
I was going to say, shout out to the rebirth of Kyler Murray's career. We didn't know what his brother was going to be at after last year when he was hurt, most of it. And yeah, like you said, they didn't know if they want to resign. Now he looks like he got his head together. It look like he's matured. You know what I'm saying? Look like he's looking in the playbook a lot more. And he just looks like a confident dude who
looks like a mini Lamar Jackson. Just a mini Lamar.
Yeah, he looks like a mini Lamar Jackson who can move in the pocket and take off when he needs to, and he has a great arm on him. So shout out to him getting that work in and looking like how he looked a couple years back, but now he's actually locked in. He's locked in.
Sunday night, Cravante, I said this to you when we did the post game. I said I wouldn't be surprised if Texans make this a game. Yeah. They get 5 picks and they still lose. I mean, are the Lions just meant to be that team to be of destiny? I mean, 8-1, probably gonna get home field.
They should definitely go back to the NFC Championship, and it should be in Detroit. Because my gosh, how he threw 3 picks in the first half.
5 total.
And 5 total. Like, how many times do you get the opportunity to throw 5 picks and still win? Like, whatever it is low. But that just goes to show you that the Lions look like are kind of like the Chiefs a little bit. Like, how are you still winning? How are you finding ways to win those games where it looked like the Texans should have ran away with this game? Like, they jumped on them early and they just couldn't close the door. And again, you look at the head coach, Dan Campbell, never die, biting kneecaps. We going down with the ship. You know what I'm saying? We gonna fight, and we are going to fight. And it shows in the gameplay. Even when they down, it's like they not out of it. If you don't shut the door, they gonna bust through it when you least expect it. And the Texans again look kind of flat on the offensive side. I can't say they look flat on defense because they got 5 picks.
Real quick, next 3 games, they do have the Jaguars, Colts, Bears, then the Packers again, then the Bills. They can have home field wrapped up before Christmas. Then they got the Bears, 49ers, Vikings. They could have it wrapped up by Christmas.
They look like they how many losses they have?
1.
Yeah, they look.
And I don't think they're losing that next week. Jaguars, Colts, Bears, Packers, they've owned. Bills at home, at Bears, at 49ers. I like them at 49ers. Then the Vikings at home, they might not lose another game. Maybe 1.
I was gonna say, yeah, they might get
the
15.
1 at max, and they might get that.
They might get the 14. The 14, 15 is a good range for them, and I think that'll probably be more than enough.
There's only one question that the Lions have, and that's just Jared Goff. I mean, don't get me wrong, Jared Goff has been playing great football. Besides yesterday's game, and he's been to a Super Bowl before with the Rams. Back in 2018 when he played the Patriots, but. It's just, can he take this team over the hump when it matters the most? Mm-hmm. Couldn't get it done last year. Maybe this year is a totally different story. As you can see, even though he threw 5 picks, he still found a way to win the football game. So we'll see what happens going forward. But yes, they should at least win 14 to 15 games.
Raj, game ball, not so game ball, brother. I'll let you go first.
Well. You know what? I would give my game ball to Lamar Jackson, but I've done that last week. So
do it again.
No, this time around, I'm gonna give my game ball to Jamar Chase. Even though he lost the football game, that brother was unreal, and I saw him live in person on Thursday, and he was amazing, man. Like 264 yards, 3 touchdowns. I think 9 receptions or whatever. He was doing everything that Brown is doing right there on the screen.
Well, Byron looked like he doing that breakdancing
Yes,
competition.
he was breakdancing. He was breakdancing on Brandon Stevens all night long on Thursday. And if it wasn't for going for 2, they might have went into overtime and beat us, but they didn't. Thank God.
No, they wasn't going to beat us.
So Jamar Chase was phenomenal. He was great, even though they lost. And it was beautiful to watch him work out there.
You've been sipping too much of that orange Kool-Aid, talking that cool.
No, he was great, Dre. I'm not gonna take nothing away from that brother, man. He was killing us.
I'm saying that we might have lost in overtime.
No, we probably would have if they would have took us to overtime. So thank God they didn't, and we got the job done. Defensively,
Lamar had 4 touchdowns in a row.
I know, but he's not getting my game ball. He got it last week. I can't give Lamar the game ball every week. I mean, you can give it to him if you want. That's fine. You can give him the game ball, but Jamar Chase was phenomenal as a wide receiver, so he got to get my game ball. But my not so game ball goes to the New York Jets, though. like I said before, man, it was an ass whooping. It was hilarious. This team has quit. You know what I'm saying? This team showed no fight. They showed no heart. They showed no will to win. They went out there from the first drive on, literally just gave up a touchdown quickly like this. And before you knew it, by the time halftime came, the game was over with. So they're done. They're finished. They stopped playing for Aaron Rodgers. They don't care. The head coach, the new head coach or whatever he is, he don't know what the hell he's doing out there. So the defense don't know what they're doing. They're just as garbage. Sauce Gardner, who looked like a number 1 pick, a couple years back or a year ago, looks completely lost out there. Garrett Wilson, who had that fantastic catch last week on Monday Night Football, he don't want to be there no more. And even though they signed Hassan Reddick for the rest of the season, he's just getting paid just to get paid at this point. He's like, thank God I got my bread. You can't find me. But guess what? I'm going to be a free agent at the end of the year. So thank you for nothing, you idiots, for trading for me. So it is what it is, man. Like I said before, they're terrible. They're going to continue to look like trash, even though they have an easier schedule going down the stretch. But this team has quit, man. Literally, this is what you say 1, 2, 3 Cancun for. You say it for a team like the New York Jets, who didn't even try to show up yesterday. So they get my not so game ball as an entire organization.
Drizzy Dre.
Start low, end high. My not so game ball. You know what? We were talking about this team earlier. Chicago Bears. Just awful. The Panthers had a win and they didn't. That's a damn shame. Losing to a team that they should have beat, and you lose to them. And not only did you lose to them, they look like the Ravens 2000 offense at this point. Haven't scored a touchdown in forever. Caleb Williams is regressing, and it's just looking awful over there. It started out really, real good, but they just continue to lose. And I don't know if you play that way offense. At least back in the day, you could play below average and still win games. But now in today's league, you have to be good on offense, at least decent on offense. So the Chicago Bears get my not so game ball, and then surprisingly, my game ball, I just mentioned it, Carolina Panthers. Bryce Young looks happy. I don't know if it's a coaching thing. I don't know if it's because he actually got a win, but that guy actually looks happy out there. And they beat another trash organization in the Giants right now. So my game ball goes to the Carolina Panthers, but my not so game ball goes to the Chicago Bears.
Start low and high, Cravante, baby.
I think it's a perfect segue because I was going to keep it in New York. New York flew all that way to embarrass themselves internationally. My heavens, to lose to arguably the worst team in the league, in the Panthers. Yes, I am happy for Bryce Young getting another win under his belt. Looks like he's getting he looks like he looks. Let's just say he looks better. Looks better than how they were trying to portray him. But the New York Giants, my heavens, after getting the coin flip, fumbling the ball, and the Panthers kicking that field goal, I said, "Oh Jesus Christ! What?" And I think it was the first play too.
It was like the first play, and dude was sick. You could see dude. Did you see that? Did you see him praying over there? Like he was praying, like, please, miss, please.
Nah, bro. That's not, bro. It's a chip shot because they was at like the 25 or 30. And I was like, the Giants had a chance to win. And I was like, oh no. You give them the ball, which now means first goal wins. Panthers kick the field goal. Let's get out of Munich. And I'm like, oh, Giants, you guys are terrible. And Byron, I should have rolled with you, but when it's two bad teams, it's up. So yeah, definitely not so game ball. Man, game ball though. Who did I have? I was talking about my guy a little bit earlier, man. I really love what Kyler Murray's doing. Really love what Kyler Murray's doing and the direction he's moving in with his organization. They've been down in the dumps before he got here. Things got a little better when he got here, when he got to Arizona. Now it's a little bit of a roller coaster, but he has the guy on the outside. Look like things are clicking a little bit offensively. At home, Jets come to town, you lay the hammer. That's how you're supposed to play. From now on, that's how you play. What Will Smith say? That's how you drive. From now on, that's how you drive. That's what he got to do. But man, Kyler Murray looks like he's turning. I think Rod said it. He's turning the maturity corner. Looks a little bit mature moving forward. So that's good for his career and the Arizona Cardinals.
Jersey Dre, you got the picks from week 10 as we head into week 11 already.
Yes, sir. Everybody went 10-3 except Unk. He went 9-4 with that Commanders pick.
It should have been a damn win, but
it should have been. But I did pick the Steelers.
So right now, Cravante is in first place with 100 wins, 51 losses. Byron and Unk, y'all are at 98-53, and I'm right behind y'all at 96-55.
The closest race, closer than that other race last Tuesday, by the way. Anyway, let's get to week 11. Commanders
the race.
That epic ass whooping, you mean?
Hey man, it just was a layup. Had to take it. It was right there for me, man. It is what it is. Commanders Eagles on Thursday Night Football. And speaking of that race last week.
There you go. Bring out the belt.
Commanders Eagles. I'm going Eagles. I ain't gonna take too much time on this right now.
Yep. I'm going Eagles as well.
I hate to say it, but I think I'm gonna roll the Eagles too.
So I'm the only one that's gonna believe in Washington, huh?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I believe them last week. They didn't even let me down. They just couldn't get the job done.
And Philly will be here in a couple of weeks also. Oh joy.
I know. I can't wait to see them. I will be at that game.
Oh boy. All right.
Look, I wish the game was in Philly so that way I could go up and get me another cheesesteak, baby.
Packers Bears. Oh my gosh. Watch the Bears win. Let me bring it back. Packers off a bye. I'm gonna go Packers just because.
I'm rolling with love.
Hey,
it is. Come on, Packers.
Unanimous. Mm-hmm. Jaguars, Lions. We
don't the Packers own the Bears?
Yes, they do. Even without A-Rod. You're right. Yeah, Lions are beating the Jaguars. I mean, come on.
Keep moving it.
Keep going.
Vikings, Titans, we can keep going. Raiders, Dolphins, we can keep going.
Dolphins. Jesus Christ.
So, yeah, everybody wants the Dolphins.
Rams, Patriots.
This is interesting.
This is interesting. I'm a
After
lean
that-
Rams. I'm a lean Rams.
After that stinker, the Rams got to do it.
I'm gonna roll with the Rams too.
Rams.
But it wouldn't surprise me if the Patriots won.
Yeah, I think the Rams have to win this game. So I'm going to go Rams too, unanimous. Saints, oh my gosh.
Oh,
All right.
Jesus.
Saints. Give me the Saints.
Roll with the Saints. Roll with the Saints. I don't feel confident.
Saints at home. Saints at home.
I'm a try with the Browns, man. I'm too behind.
Colts, Jets. Oh my gosh, it just keeps getting better.
I'm going with the Colts. Jets are awful.
I don't know. I guess
Joe
Colts.
Flacco gets revenge. Let's just say that. I'm going with the Colts.
Everybody going with the Colts.
You know what?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with the Jets. Fuck it. At this point, let's go with the Jets. You know what? We'll keep rolling. Ravens, Steelers. I'm going Ravens.
I'm going Ravens too.
I believe in Lamar. I believe in Lamar, so I'm gonna roll with the Ravens for this one, but I don't feel confident about it.
Ravens.
Another good one. Falcons, Broncos.
Ooh, I'm gonna roll with the Broncos.
Me too. It's in Denver.
Oh boy.
Ugh.
Yeah, Broncos.
I'm going to go with the Falcons. I may regret that, but I'm going to go with the Falcons. Seahawks, 49ers. I'm going 49ers.
Yeah, I'm going 49ers too. I think they're finding their way back.
Yeah, 49ers.
49ers are getting healthy. Yeah, but like the 49ers.
Possibly
You
the
already know
game.
I'm rolling.
Oh, you going with the Chiefs? Huh? You acknowledging them?
I acknowledge you. I acknowledge the Chiefs. They're the best team in football.
Acknowledge
I
me.
love you so much.
That's right. There you go. Yep. Chiefs all the way.
You guys see it.
Yeah, that joint is hilarious every time he does that, man. He'll be behind him like this. I'm like, what is he doing?
I love you so much.
You know what? I'm going to go off the ledge. I'm going to go Bills. The Chiefs are going to lose one of these games. I'm going to go Bills.
Okay.
Bro, you're not alone. I'm right there with you, brother. I'm picking Buffalo too. They can't keep getting this close.
Oh gosh, man.
Mahomes
Buffalo at
is
home.
Josh Allen's daddy as well. So
I know. That's the thing. You're right. You're right.
I usually do not go against the Chiefs, and the Bills are at home.
don't do it, Javante. Don't do
I
it.
think this is the Bills. I think this is the Bills Super Bowl.
Don't do it, bruh. He's his father. But otherwise, and he is. He's daddy. That's daddy. That's Daddy Mahomes.
Wait,
I don't know.
Karate, make your pick, and then I'm gonna ask Byron. Can he, if possible, real quick, can he pull up the Chiefs schedule?
I think this would be the one the Bills win. I think the Bills will get this one. If this was the playoffs, I'm definitely not going against the Chiefs, but I'll take the Bills this time.
All right. So, looking at this schedule, they face the Panthers, Raiders, Chargers, Browns, Texans. Their next hardest games aren't going to be until they take on the Texans or the Steelers. If they can beat the Bills, and I say they probably can beat the Texans, but they only got 3 remaining hard games: Bills, Texans, Steelers. And if they can beat the Bills and the Texans, they're probably going to run the table.
And the Chargers are so.
Yeah, that's a hard one.
It'll be a tough game for them, but I think that they'll win this year. Now, if this is next year, when Harbaugh gets another year under his regime, then I'll be like, okay. But this year, Because at this point, they're going for history. They ain't going. I think at some point, as they get closer and closer to that undefeated record, they're going to start looking into being undefeated, and you have a chance to three-peat. They going for GOAT status at that point.
So I'm the only person that's picking the defending champions that Patrick Mahomes own as far as a quarterback and Daddy Allen. Huh? I'm the only one.
But remember last year, the Bills did beat them last year.
Okay, that was last year.
And also, this is the game where they just sucking everybody off at this point. They love this matchup with Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen. Oh, these the two best two quarterbacks.
We're getting our rocks off. Both
I'm
these
like,
guys.
oh my gosh. I'm like, these aren't the two best quarterbacks. It's Lamar and the tribal chief. Those are the two best quarterbacks.
Well, you let them tell it.
I
don't want to. I want Lamar to keep getting doubted and keep not being put anywhere.
This game is just a matter of the.
I want to push.
You know what? I'm gonna say it's the Great White Hope game. That's what this is because it reminds me.
Which one is the Great White Hope though, Dre?
Huh?
Which one is the Great White Hope?
Both of them.
Okay.
This is like Tom. I mean, this is like it's like Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers back in the day. Because they love Josh Allen. Oh, my gosh, the way he flings the football. And about that Josh Allen.
That good old Josh.
Good old gunslinger.
We love Josh around here. He's an American hero. But yes, I'm gonna roll with Patrick Mahomes until otherwise. So.
All right. Go ahead.
Bengals Chargers on Sunday night.
Hey, look, if that happens.
Yes. yes, that's right.
Yeah, I gotta show that to me, yo.
Oh.
Bengals Chargers. I'm rolling with the Chargers. I'm rolling with the Chargers. Go Chargers, go.
I think
I'm going Bengals. I think they need you.
I'm going with the Bengals. They gotta do it. You said Bengals as well, Cavante?
Yeah, I'm going Bengals.
Byron?
I'm going Bengals. If the Bengals can win this, they have the Steelers, which I think they can win. They have the Cowboys, which they can win. The Titans, which they can win. The Browns, which they can win. Broncos, which they can win. And Steelers again. Look out for the Bengals, ladies and gentlemen. They're not dead yet.
No, they're not dead.
And it would be ironic if they end up back in Baltimore facing the Ravens in the wild card.
Please, let's not have that.
Oh yeah.
Please, we do not want that. No,
because we're not getting the number one seed, Raj. So the highest seed we're going to get
number one seed, but I don't want to see them.
Well, you're going to have to play them or another hot team. So what do you want?
Let's play somebody else. I don't want to see them. No, please go.
Or you might get the Steelers. What do you want? You want Steelers or the Bengals?
I take the Steelers, but before I take the damn Bengals again.
Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow.
Jamar Chase gives me nightmares, so I don't want to see him again. I don't.
It's not going to be. You know it's going to be something, man. You know it's going to be something. I just feel it.
Please, no. We don't want that here. And then we got CT Higgins this time around. I know. God, no, not again. Lamar can't throw 7 touchdown passes and try to go to the Super. That can't happen. Okay. So, anybody but the Bengals. Anybody but them.
The same. That number 2 seed, you get that last wild card. So that's just saying. Keep that in mind, guys. But we'll see how it plays out. A lot of football left, but week 11 on the way, starting Thursday. Cavante, you ready to get goofy, my brother?
Let's do this.
Let's get goofy.
I see it, Dre. I'm gonna check it out after.
Maybe Rod or someone with one of these wonderful Macs can play it for you before the show's over. But we'll get to Cavante's goofies of the week.
Of course, something wrong here.
Well, now that's goofy. Stupid. Just stupid. Jam. Oh, jam.
You're on mute.
Oh, shoot, my bad. It's been quite a few goofies. throughout the week, but it's one that I just find mind-boggling, and I want to talk about it. But of course, intros. Welcome to Goofies of the Week, sponsored by the Flex Zone. Appreciate you guys for giving me a little bit of time. Let me tell the good people what I thought was goofy this week. I talk about all levels of goofiness with the help of my brothers. High, low, in the middle, in between. We talk about it and we figure out how to navigate through it. And this one is around a certain organization. It's the Chicago Bears. It is the Chicago Bears. Had the number 1 overall pick, which they traded. Right, they traded that. They got it, or they got the pick in a trade from the Panthers. And they were awarded the number 1 overall pick and picked Caleb Williams, which is not a terrible pick. It's looking like the wrong pick now, but after 10 weeks, going on 11 weeks of football, it looks like a terrible pick, but it was a good pick at the time. And I just think the Bears are grossly mismanaging a golden opportunity. But again, excuse me, I've said this before. When you're not used to having something, you can very easily fumble it. And the Chicago Bears, if I'm not mistaken, Byron, they've never had a 4,000-yard passer. Never. I'm not even sure how close they've gotten to a 4,000-yard passer, but definitely not that. Maybe the Jay Cutler. What was it? Jay Cutler back in the day? He might have had 3, but they never had a 4,000 guy. And this guy is primed to be that. Like, Caleb Williams could be the best quarterback that the Bears have ever had, but they are poorly mismanaging his rookie season. I don't think he's being. They're not helping guide him. They're not helping him progress in a positive direction. I think they have a terrible head coach who was terrible last year. Shouldn't have had. I don't know. He must know where the bodies are buried, because there's no way he should have this head coaching job this year, with the type of management that he does. And you got to look at GM polls at this point. Like I said before, he's doing a phenomenal job when it comes to draft picks and even getting players from free agency. Picking Caleb Williams, that's a great pick. Picking up Rome Odunze, great pick. Great pick. But you're not doing well with the head coaching staff. I mean, with the coaching staff. Eberflus should not have a head coaching job now, nor in 2025. You need, at this point, I believe Chicago needs to completely pivot and go offense. Get an offensive guy to help the offensive side of the ball and to help Caleb Williams grow. You have the weapons. Keenan Allen probably won't be there next year. He's a little long in the tooth, and I think he's a free agent at the end of the year. But I think DJ Moore and Rome Odunze will be great, and Swift will be good moving forward for the future. All you got to do is get the offensive line together and get a new, fresh offensive mind, innovative offensive mind in there to help. At this point, it's gross what Coach Eberflus and Shane Waldron are doing with this offense and this team. They look terrible at home, Soldier Field on Veterans Day. Well, I'm sorry, this was Veterans Day is Monday, but they were celebrating Veterans Day on Sunday at Soldier Field. What better place? And you lose to the funny thing is the Patriots. You play the Patriots on basically Veterans Day weekend, and you get shellacked pretty much. You only put up 3 points. This is not good. This is a fireable offense for Matt Eberflus. Fireable offense. I'm surprised that we didn't hear anything today. Maybe because of the holiday, maybe we'll find out. We'll hear something tomorrow. But he should have his walking papers now. Absolutely now. And Shane Waldron should not be the interim head coach either. At this point, Ryan Poles has to consider clearing the coaching staff for the Chicago Bears if you want to see Caleb Williams succeed, because this offensive staff or staff as a whole is not good for this team, and they should go in a different direction, go offense. We know traditionally they've been a defensive-minded organization. You probably should pivot to offense. Look at your division. You got to look up to the Vikings and Kevin O'Connor. You got to look up to the Packers with Matt LaFleur. And you have to look up to Dan Campbell and Jared Goff and the Lions. They got it going. They got it figured out. And y'all left in the dust. I think they need to be more innovative and be more offensive minded moving forward for the sake of their franchise and for the sake of Caleb Williams. You guys got to do better. Y'all know my line. Y'all know my line in Goofies. There's a thin line between goofy and great, and the Chicago Bears on the wrong end of it. Matt Eberflus is on the wrong end of it. Shane Waldron is on the wrong end of it, and Ryan Poles. It's up to you, brother. Get this mess together.
Oh, gosh. Something wrong here.
Well, now that's goofy.
Jam. Oh, jam.
Right.
Stupid. Just stupid.
Let me see if I can. I think that's all we got. Anything else, Dre? I know we gotta get out of here. That is episode 465 in the books. Anything coming up next week, Dre? 466.
No, that's it for now. Yeah, another episode, and we'll be back at it next week again, as always. But we got a lot coming up, gentlemen. Got a lot coming up.
Yes. Executive producer, and co-founder, Andre Melton, the dean of Supply University. Senior producer, Amanda Conte. We'll be doing it again this week for the Commanders. They play on Thursday night.
Let's do something tomorrow, man. Do something tomorrow.
Yep, we will be previewing the game tomorrow evening. May go live, see how we feel. Might go live. I feel like we want to go live. I like going live. And we'll be here Thursday.
Let's see.
Live and direct as well.
So we're definitely doing live on the post game. And we may go live pre-game. I mean, okay.
Yeah, definitely live after Thursday night. Maybe early Friday morning. Who knows? But we'll be here on the Flex Zone podcast. Big Raj. A great October, another November. A lot coming up. 2 pay-per-views still, and a big fight on Friday night.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, man, we got a lot of
a big fight.
Shout out to you and Devontae for doing your thing, man.
Yes.
There was some great stuff that y'all did. So hopefully y'all do go live tomorrow, because a lot of people responded to that, and hopefully I'll go live after the game. So we'll see how it looks on Thursday night, and when the Commanders, get a victory over the Eagles. But anyway, a lot of content coming, and stay tuned, man. Just hit the subscribe button. Plenty of stuff to check out, and let us know what you think in the comment section.
Social media producer, Big Raj. Yep, tomorrow we'll be talking Commanders and Eagles, previewing that Thursday night game. Of course, Wednesday we got your AEW Dynamite on the road to full gear. Thursday, Commanders and Eagles post game. Friday, Mike Tyson, Jake Paul, Friday Night SmackDown. So 2 things for the price of 1 on Friday. We got a big Maryland game coming up on Friday night also. I'll be doing a preview for it. Maryland, Marquette with Shaka Smart, not Shaka Khan, number 18 in the nation, coming to College Park. So we get a preview for that. And my thoughts on Maryland. They hung against Oregon. Said they would cover. They covered. So we'll see what happens there. They have a game this week against, did they play Rutgers? I think Rutgers. So we'll talk about that as well. And on Sunday, Raj and myself, and maybe Dre, will be live as soon as we can after Ravens and Steelers. So always fun now. So that will be a fun stream as well. And next Monday, I'd be remiss to not mention episode 466, Raven C, the content creator on YouTube. Raven C, we'll talk to him about the NFL. And he's a Boston Celtics fan as well. So we'll get his thoughts on the NBA Cup, which I know you guys are excited about as well. But the NBA Cup, Celtics repeat champ, and all the other happenings after Ravens Steelers and Week 11 recap, and looking ahead to Week 12 for Dre, Cravante, and Big Raj. God's Big on signing off. Throw your ones up. Acknowledge the Hit the Sports Podcast table. Flex on Podcast. Only put Give Me Sports. How you want it, fellas?
When you need it.
Yes, Twitter, Instagram, the Flex on One. Of course. Facebook, the Flex on One, flexon1@gmail.com. And of course, the TikTok, Flex on Podcast, Cash App us, the Flex on One. And as always, any other platform, Flex on One, hit the bell, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, put the kids to bed. Thank you guys for watching. We'll be doing anything else tonight. Thank you for staying up late. We'll see you next time on the Flex on Podcast, the Hit the Sports Podcast Day. Good night, everybody. Thanks for watching. Please.
I love you, Zolo.